Okay. 14.2. Oh, adding polynomials. This would be a good Monday assignment. And tomorrow we'll do subtracting and not a lot of brain cells, I don't think. I think you'll like this. All right, polynomials. Polynomials are basically, and that's what 14.1 would be. Polynomials are just numbers and letters put together as terms.
What? Wait, a term.
A term. Okay, for example, let's see. Examples of polynomials. Negative 2x squared y plus 9. Those are polynomials. There's numbers and letters. What operation is taking place with the negative 2, the x squared, and the y?
Multiplication.
That's right. They're all being multiplied, right? Because they're all right next to each other. Where this 9 has a plus sign in front of it. So this is being multiplied. This one's being added. Okay? Now, these are polynomials. These are two terms. This whole thing is called a term. This is also a term. So how many terms are in this?
2.
And that's actually called a binomial, but you don't need to know that right now. How about if I had this?
That x would be
X. Bless you. These are polynomials. This whole thing is a polynomial. How many terms? Raise your hand. Gabby?
3.
There's 3. Here's one. Here's one. Notice I'm including the sign in front of it. Here's another one. So in each term, what operation is taking place? Multiplication. The x squared times y cubed is what's going on here. But that's one term. This is one term. That's 3 times x, right? 3x. Here's another term. But these two are being added. This is being subtracted. Okay, so 3 terms. This is a polynomial. It consists of letters and numbers all being added or subtracted with each other. Okay? So that's what that is. That's all you really need to know as far as what polynomials are this year. Now, there are things in here like, no, I'm not going to get into that. I don't think you have to worry about any of that in here. No, you don't. Okay. So, when adding polynomials, when you're wanting to add these, I will tell you right now, none of these can be added or subtracted. You can't add or subtract any of these with each other because they are not like terms. So when adding polynomials, you're going to be combining. It's the combining of like terms. When we're adding and subtracting, basically, but tomorrow's subtracting, but when adding polynomials, you're basically combining like terms.
Why do you always put,
Quotes?
yeah, quotes around?
Because because of what we're doing. They sometimes don't look identical. All right. To combine terms, the variables and exponents must be exactly the same. The variables and exponents must be exactly the same. Did they say anything about numbers being exactly the same? No, and what are variables again?
Letters.
Letters. Variables are letters. So write that down. When combining like terms, or when combining terms, that's what like means. They must be the same variable and exponent. This is really important. You'll see this again in Algebra 1. In fact, y'all have kind of done this already in a way. For example, seven x squared y is not the same as 7xy. You cannot combine that. What is different, Cecilia?
This square.
That's right. Because of that right there. You cannot combine that.
The arrows point to the x.
Well, exponent, no exponent. Seven x squared y is the same as 2x squared y. So you can combine these because they are, the letters and exponents are the same. Doesn't matter about the numbers. Do y'all see that? The letters and exponents have to be identical for you to be able to combine them. So in this case, right here, you could add or subtract those. Here, no, you can't do anything with that. All right. Be sure to keep the sign in front of the term with that term when combining.
What sign?
Adding or subtracting. When you're done copying this, put your pencils down so I know you're done. All right, example. 3x squared minus 10x plus 9 plus 8x squared plus 17x minus 2. All right, write that down. Joanne, how many terms are there in this?
6.
That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 terms in this. Okay, so let's start with the 3x squared. I'm going to circle the 3x squared. Joanne, what other term can be combined with 3x squared?
Positive 8x squared.
Perfect. And look, I'm circling the 8x squared, but I'm including the plus sign. And you need to as well. You'll see why. Are there any others that can be combined with the x squared? Are there any other x squared? No, she's correct. There are no more. So only these two can be combined. Now I have this next one. And look, I'm making a box around it, and I'm including the negative sign. Izzy, is there anything I can combine with the negative 10x? Positive 17x. So I'm putting a box around it as well, and including the sign in front of it. So now if you see so far, your eyes are drawn to just the things that are like terms. See how I'm changing that up? So Emily, I'm putting a little flower around positive 9. Can I combine it with anything?
-2.
There you go. And I'm putting a flower around negative 2. All right, so now I'm going to rewrite, and you need to follow my lead on this. I have 3x squared. I'm rewriting it, 3x squared in a parentheses. And then I'm crossing it out because I want to make sure I don't get confused. Now I'll go to my other circle, plus 8x squared, and I'm crossing it out. What goes in between parentheses? Does anyone know?
Plus.
See, y'all have done this before. Plus sign. Next thing is negative 10x. Cross out. Plus 17x. Cross out. Always put a plus sign in between parentheses. And I have 9 minus 2. Cross out. Does everyone see what I'm doing? Are there any questions so far? We've done this before. So, let's see. Michael, what's 3x squared plus 8x squared?
11x squared.
Yes, 11x squared. We don't change the variable in the exponent. We just add the numbers. Plus, let's see, Cecilia, what's negative 10x plus 17x?
7.
7 what? Just 7x, right? Okay. And then 9 minus 2 is what, Michaela?
7.
Very good. Can I, Whit, combine these three terms?
No, ma'am.
Is he correct?
Yes.
Okay, because why?
Me?
Yeah.
Because none of them have the same, I don't know what you call it, the same,
You can say letter.
the same letter or the same exponent or the same.
That's right. So there's your answer. You cannot combine it any further.
That's it?
That's it.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's it.
Miss Rogers hates that sound.
I really hate that.
I hate it too.
And move it away from your feet. Does everyone have this? Are there any questions? Izzy, do you have it down? Any questions about this? All right. Open up your books to page 598. Number 12. We're jumping right in. Okay, this time, if you notice, look around, make sure everyone's got their book open, right page. If you notice, everything's in parentheses. X to the 4th power plus 1 plus x to the 4th power minus 1. In this case, you look, is there anything I can combine in each of these parentheses? Aiden, can I combine anything in here?
Yeah.
I can?
Actually, no, you can't.
How about in this one?
No.
Okay, you're correct. You cannot combine anything in here because that one doesn't have an X and a 4, so nothing can be combined. So, since we're adding these two, we're going to remove the parentheses and rewrite my polynomial. Gabby, which two can be combined? And I'm including the plus sign. Taylor, what else can I combine?
Positive one and negative one.
And I'm putting that in a box because those are separate. Now I'm rewriting these. It's called grouping. And I'm combining like terms. Michaela, what do I put in between the parentheses?
A plus sign.
And I'm crossing these out as I'm writing them. Michael, what is x to the 4th power plus x to the 4th power? Do we add the exponents when we're adding? We don't do any, when we're adding and subtracting, we do not do anything to the variables or the exponents. We just bring them down. If we don't have a number in front, what do we pretend? Ah, 2x to the 4th power. Very good. What is 1 minus 1?
0.
So then my answer is 2x to the fourth power. Do y'all see this right here? If there is no, Emily, you pay attention? Then look up here, please. If there's no number in front of the variable, you must pretend there's a 1 there. Y'all see that? All right, let's do another. X squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 5x squared minus 8x plus 7. Michaela, can anything in the parentheses be combined? Like in here?
No.
How about in here?
No.
Okay, very good. Y'all see that? First thing you do is look inside your parentheses, see if there's anything that can be combined with each other, and there's not. So the next step is to rewrite this without the parentheses. X squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 5x squared minus 8x plus 7. Izzy, what are some things I can combine?
Negative 2x and negative 8x.
There we go.
1 and 7.
Positive 1 and positive 7.
And x squared plus 5x squared.
Alright, so I'm going to do flower. And I'm including the sign. Okay, so now we're going to combine our like terms. And make sure you cross them out. I'm going to start with the x squared. I have x squared, cross out, plus 5x squared. Cross that out. Plus negative 2x minus 8x plus 1 plus 7. Emily, once you have that written down. X squared plus 5x squared, what would that give you?
6x squared.
Perfect. Remember, if there's no number right here in front of the variable, we pretend there's a 1. Good job, she's correct. 6x squared. Cecilia, what would negative 2x and negative 8x give me?
Negative 6x.
Negative 2x and negative 8x. If the signs are the same,
Negative 10x.
very good.
For the last one, they were both negative, but you made it negative 7. Even though it's supposed to be negative 27.
And 14?
No, 12.
There's no 7 in
What are you talking about?
Taylor, what are you talking about?
It was one of the examples I'm saying.
Okay, well, we're going to move on. All right. Joanne, 1 plus 7 is?
8.
There you go. Notice right here, I just went ahead and put the negative 10x in parentheses just so we can figure that out. Can any of these be combined any further? No, there's your answer.
Is there any way to combine those? Like if you're like a genius?
No,
No.
they're completely different entities.
Unless you knew what,
The x is 1.
yeah.
All right, let's do 16. I have negative x squared plus 3x minus 6 plus 5x squared minus 5x minus 8. All right, Cecilia, is there anything in this parentheses that can be combined with something else? How about here?
No.
So then we're going to rewrite.
Wait, why couldn't 5x and the other 5x be that one?
This is 5x squared and 5x. Are they same?
Oh.
All right, Cecilia, tell me what my like terms are.
Negative x2, positive 5x2.
All right, good. Any more?
Minus 6, minus 8. Or negative. It could be
That's fine.
negative.
And
Negative 5x and positive 3x.
all right, Cecilia, you're still on. I'm going to combine my like terms. I have negative x squared, cross it out. Look for my other circle. Positive 5x squared, cross it out. What do I have in between, Cecilia?
Plus
Plus 3x, because I want to, keep it going in the right flow, minus 5x. Plus negative 6, cross out, minus 8, cross out. Cecilia, you're still on board. So write that down. All right, Cecilia, negative x squared plus 5x squared. What does that give me?
4x squared.
4x squared. Perfect, Cecilia. Perfect. Because remember, if there's no number here, we pretend there's a 1. Okay, Cecilia. 3x minus 5x.
2x.
What?
2x.
Positive?
Negative 2x.
Very good. Negative 2x. And then negative 6 and negative 8.
Negative 14x.
There's no x.
Negative 14.
There you go. Now you can rewrite this as 4x squared minus 2x minus 14. It's the same thing. Are there any questions? Make sure you have this down. Put your pencil down when you're done so I know that you're done. Get it down? Okay. You need to put your pencil down when you're done. All right, I got 2 more examples. Number 22, we have 3y minus 10 plus 4.7y minus 8. Yes.
They brought Izzy's book on the printout.
Okay, thanks. Izzy, in just a minute, I'll let you go now, okay? All right, so we can't combine, so I'm rewriting it without the parentheses. Gabby, what are my like terms? All right. So I'm combining my like terms. So Gabby, 3y plus 4.7y. Very good. And then negative 10 and negative 8. Or 7.7y minus 18. Either one. If you are having trouble with decimals, keep in mind we line up decimals. This 3 doesn't have a decimal, so we have to stick one in there. In this case, we're adding, and these have to be lined up, so we have 7.7. Be careful with that. Next year, this is giving you a preview, you're gonna be dealing with decimals and fractions and your stuff. A lot more.
Still?
No, a lot more. They will warn you. There's a lot more. All right, last one. 24. Five over 2x minus 7 plus 1/2 x plus 3 over 2. All right, we can't combine within, so I'm rewriting my problem. Aiden, what are my like terms once you've got it written down?
5 over 2x, 1 over 2x, negative 7, and positive 3 over 2.
Perfect. All right, let's start combining. I have 5 over 2x, cross that out, plus 1 over 2x, cross that out, plus negative 7, plus 3 over 2. All right, Aiden, what's the rule for adding and subtracting fractions?
Keep the same denominator.
Has to have the same denominator, common denominator. Do these two have a common denominator?
Yes.
So if we're to add them, what would you get?
6 over 2. X.
That's right. We're not gonna simplify just yet. Okay, Aiden, what about these two?
Would be negative 7 over 1 plus 3 over 2.
All right, so we have negative 7 over 1 plus 3 over 2. Very good. And we have to get a common denominator, so what would that be?
1 times 2.
So it's going to be 2, right? So my common denominator is going to be 2. What's my new numerator?
Negative 14.
It's going to be 14 because 1 goes into 2 2 times, so 2 times 7 is 14. So then what's my answer?
Negative 14, or, sorry, negative 11 over 2.
Very good. Because negative 14 and 3 gives you negative 11. And we can simplify. 6 divided by 2 is, Aiden?
3 over 1.
Or we can say 3x minus 11 over 2. Any questions? You are going to have to be able to do fractions. And y'all can do it. All right, y'all are doing page 598, numbers. 11 through 29 odd. That's 10 problems due Tuesday. You may get started.